This is about why your mind keeps replaying the same painful moment, even when you promised yourself it was over. It's 3 a.m. The clock stares back, and that moment plays again. But what if I told you this isn't a flaw? It's an ancient survival system that never learned to retire. Long ago, survival meant noticing danger and remembering it. But the danger changed. Now it's emotional. Rejection, shame, loss. But our wiring didn't update. Therefore, when someone excludes you now, your nervous system sounds the same alarm it once used for a predator. You might think, if obsessing kept us safe, why does it ruin sleep and joy? Because repetition tells the brain, this is important. But repetition also carves deeper grooves in the mind. Therefore, the thought returns louder each time. This isn't solving anything. This is rumination, circling the wound again and again. You tell yourself you're analyzing, but you're rehearsing the hurt. And the more you rehearse, the more your brain believes it must be unfinished. Therefore, it keeps dragging you back. Our brains remember open stories more vividly than closed ones. A conversation that ended badly stays alive. A relationship with no explanation stays open. But searching feels productive, so the mind prefers a painful story over nothing at all. Therefore, the loop never closes on its own. You say, don't think about them. But watching for the thought keeps it alive. Trying to expel it is like staring at a fire and expecting it to go out. Therefore, suppression often makes obsession worse. Humans crave meaning. When someone leaves without reason, we invent one. You tell yourself, they left because I'm not enough. That story hurts, but it gives certainty. Therefore, a painful explanation feels safer than chaos. Now imagine unlimited access. You can check their life at 2 a.m. Each check feeds the loop. But obsession feels active, so you keep doing it. Therefore, fuel for the fire is only a thumb swipe away. Here's the hopeful part. You can't stop the first thought, but you can pick the second. That skill is metacognition, watching your mind without being swept away. Name the loop. This is the why they left story. Naming creates distance. Therefore, distance gives you choice. Most obsessions are doors into older wounds. A breakup can reopen childhood fears about worth. A job loss can trigger identity fears. If you only fight the event, the wound survives. Therefore, real healing looks inward, not just outward. Letting go often looks like giving up, but it's actually grieving what you hoped would continue. Grief needs permission. If you refuse grief, the loop keeps the story alive. Therefore, allow the sorrow. It loosens the hold. You cannot stop the thought from arriving, but you can control what comes next. Name the loop. Breathe and ground. Notice what you can see, hear, feel. Limit social checks. Set a small boundary. Ask, what old fear did this hit? Grieve intentionally. Write a brief goodbye if you need to. Each small choice retrains the mind. Therefore, habit outlasts willpower. If you're stuck, you are not broken. Your brain is doing its job the way it was designed. But evolution isn't a manual for modern life. Therefore, you can learn a new habit that actually serves you now. Letting go is not erasing the past. It's sitting in the emptiness that follows and saying, I will build from here. You will still remember, but the memory will no longer own you. Therefore, freedom begins when you stop feeding the loop, even for one breath. Next time, the clock hits 3 a.m. Remember, your mind replays the story because it wants to finish the sentence. But you get to close the book. You get to write the next line. Letting go isn't losing the story. It's choosing a different ending.